Happy Friday. We made it through another work week. Yay. Um, it's been a pretty productive week for me, honestly. Um, I don't know. I, my memory's still horrible, so I don't know if I told you guys, but we will be moving, so this will all be looking different with time. Um, so we have to be out by the 23rd. Essentially only because we have my birthday vacation scheduled for the last week. So like the 25th or the 2nd. So I got to get all this done. And I know I don't have to do it all. I know William will come home and do anything that I have not done. I know that we will make it work. But the point is the less that I have for him to do, the more time we have together. And then we can just actually like pick up boxes, move and go, put up and be settled. Well, kind of settled by the time we leave. That's our goal. So he comes in the week prior to that, at some point, and it's just would be nice to have it ready to go. Like, hey, let's stay in the bed tonight. When you get in, and then we can just boom, 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 go. We've got a lot to do once he gets in because I am not changing toilets. No. I'm not going to change sink faucets. No. I'm not going to, I don't know, do anything that might be jeopardizing to our house. Just not going to do it. I know we have two new vanities, two new toilets, kitchen sink, shower head thingy, shower thingy. So those are some things that he needs to do when he gets in. Plus, move all these boxes that I'm going to have for him. So the next few weeks, all of this will be coming off the walls, coming down, which I'm really trying to hold on to this for the last because this has become our favorite room in the house. Like, this is just, I don't know, like when I come home from work, I eat, I do what I need to do in there. I come in here, I do notes, I do videos, I do whatever I need to do here. So it's kind of like our little space. Um, we have so much to do out at the other house still. Like, we are essentially painting, changing basics, and moving in. And with time, we will be tearing down walls and all the things. But we decided in order to be able to not have debt when we're doing it, it would be best to move in, utilize the saved money from paying for both places to buy lumber or sheetrock or all the stuff, all that stuff that I really don't know about. I'm just excited to tear down a wall. I've never done that before. Um, so yeah, I mean, we've got a lot on our plate and we've got a lot to do in the next few weeks. And so I just want to tell you now, I don't know how much videoing I'll do, but I do know that I have some things lined up. Okay. Kind of like this week, we talked about mental health, and, getting help and how to help. And, I'm going to be doing that. That's like where we're gearing to is so that I can have topics. I don't know. Oh, it's going from up there. I have set topics that I want to address and to be able to talk about. So that's going to continue. Like, don't think that it's gone. It just might not be as much right now. So in 2 weeks and 2 days, I'll be on vacation. And then in like 3 weeks, I'll be home and be adapting to a new home. Getting everything set up and everything. So it's going to be a little touch and go. But last night I like packed 4 boxes and it felt great. We really don't have a whole lot of stuff. I mean, yeah, we have this stuff, but as far as throughout the house, we don't have a lot. But what we do have is uber big and just a pain. So we're just going to move it all and get it done. And that's what we're going to do. Um, Guys, I really wanted to focus on mental health last week because there's a dire need to discuss. There's a dire need to understand. There's a dire need to feel comfortable enough to ask. There's need for all of those conversations. And in today's society and world, it is a YouTube generation, a TikTok generation, Instagram, it's social media, So why wouldn't I be putting it out here and sharing my thoughts and opinions or feelings with you guys and giving you avenues of things to try? That's been my goal. I just want to be as beneficial as possible to everybody that I can be. And that's what I've been working on. And that's how it's going to continue. Um, I have had, going into my birthday week, 2 weeks from now, I've had the worst year, but the best year for growth, not only at work, but at home, personally. Um, it's just been a really good year for growth. And traumatic things have happened, and big things have happened, hard things have happened, but it's been such a growth for me. Um, and, I can remember when we got back from Vegas last time, I looked at William and I'm like, that could have been the last time I ever seen Vegas. And if the last vision that I would have had, knock on wood, I didn't lose my full sight, but had I lost my full sight, my last vision would have been of that's very beautiful. I would have been able to see beautiful sights of Vegas, and I would have been able to see him and us in the moment and enjoying. And it would have probably been a very vivid memory for me, but one that I would hold on to forever. So it's been a really traumatic year. We on one of our channels we hit, what do you call it? I don't know if they call it anything, but we have enough subscribers now that we can, make monies on one of our channels, and that's big. That happened within the last year. Um, Duh. Sorry, guys. My watch is somewhere beeping. But anyways, we've hit enough subscribers to where we have seen growth there. William and I's relationship has grown to new levels. My relationship with my mom, and that's that's a big growth there. My brothers, like, it's just been a very big time of growth. And I started out the year hell bent that this was going to be the year because, after being shut down for 2021, and going back to work last May, I was like, I'm just going to make the best of it. I'm going to go take my test because, like I said, I've not fully licensed because I haven't tested yet. And now I'm at the point where I will be testing soon, but it scares me because my memory is not that of what it should be. But you know what? All I can do is try it. If I fail, I fail. If I succeed, I succeed. It'll give me the ability to at least do it. So that's going to be coming up in my 40. I think I'll be 40. 43? I think. Anyways, I was born in 78, so I think I'm 43. Who knows? I'll have to ask. But that's part of that memory. I don't have that instant memory now, like if I'm just automatically trying to try it. But I've had a lot of things this year, and a lot of it, wouldn't be possible to be where I am today. I wouldn't be able to be working, and I wouldn't be able to have the support and love from my family, the growth that I've had I not been aware of my mental health. And if my family had not known what they needed to do to support me, because I know what's going on with me, and I know that there's a lot of anxiety, and there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of sadness sometimes. And I can honestly say the sadness is like very minimal now. It's more the anxiety and the fear. And if I wouldn't have let my family know, I wouldn't let my supporters know where I'm at in life, I wouldn't be here today. I talked to my aunt this morning, bless her heart. Like when I had my stroke, she's very good to reach out, and I love her because she just tells me her whole life, everything that's happened since the last time we talked. And she's older, and she's one of the things that I have left from my father. So um I wouldn't have that if it wouldn't have been for me being able to push through, you know? Um, I I've relied on my mental health and being aware of it to get me where I am. Okay. If I need to take a break, I need to take a break. If I need to go get help, I need to go get help. If I, just need to take 10 and lay down, I need to take 10 and lay down. And it's all because I'm so aware of my body. I'm so aware with my mental health. I'm so aware with what's going on. And the thing about living with a therapist, I think, is that we're probably the hardest to live with because we take on so much from everybody else because that's what we do and we love, that we very seldom think about our own mental health. So I know I was that way for a while. Now I'm not. Like, like last night, I was talking to William on the phone, and I'm like, hey, the closer our flight gets, the more, I wouldn't say nervous, the more anxious I become. And he's like, okay. And I said, so when we get on the plane, just remind me to take some breaths, please. And he's like, okay, I got you. We got this. And what it is, and I know this, it's that, you know, in the back of my mind, there's still no valid reason of why I had a stroke. So there's no reason. And I have a client that kind of put this in me. She's like, it could have been the airplane ride that, made you have a stroke because of something about, going up and then, I don't know, some kind of stroke because of the elevation and the pressure and everything. So she put this in my mind, and I know she was just talking to me about, wow, I wonder if it was the flight because she's heard of this. She did not mean to put this in my head to cause fear. That's not what she did. But I'm there. I'm getting anxious. It's just a thought process that I've had continue to go through my mind. Did the stroke come because of a flight? Did this happen because of a flight? And I've had to really put myself in check and be like, you know what? Even if the stroke came because of a flight, even if something happened on my flight, even if something happened while I was in Vegas, I will be okay until I'm done living. Everything is things that you can work through, right? But again, I'm now able to tell William, I'm getting a little anxious, like I want to go. I'm ready to go. I want to do the plane. I want to get back to vacationing. I want to be able to travel. And I just know that right now my little heart can go do 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 about just thinking about the last day in Vegas, because that last morning in Vegas was crazy to me. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. And it's the last thing that I can remember truly from since having my stroke. Like, it's one of those things where I don't remember the flight. I got on the flight, I laid my head back, and I was out. I was asleep for the whole flight to Denver. I was asleep from the whole flight home. I slept and remember nothing. I don't know what happened, and I remember being so exhausted that morning. I remember, my eyes not being right. Um, but it's those things that create that anxiety for me. And it's okay. It's okay that I have that as long as I have the tools to know what to do with it. So there's that. So when I tell people ask for help, I know it is hard. I know that it is challenging. And when I tell you to be there for your friends, it's because sometimes they don't know that they have something going on. Okay? Sometimes they don't know that they are stuck in a bed for 10 days and not 8 for 5, because they're in that moment. So you reaching out to help your friends and you being there for them could be what saves them. As the ones that are going through it, if we can learn, if we're in a place that we can, put that in our mind that it's okay to ask for help, then it will get better, you guys. I don't know about this light. I don't know. I can't reach the change either. Hold on. How about that? No. That's a no. That's a no. I don't know, guys. Um, so it is important to me to talk about mental health. It is, my what I like to do. It is something that's very important to me. And I will be here talking about different aspects of mental health, um, and finding ways to get the word out there. So that is what my channel is about, There will be times that we talk about just things that are happening in life and what's happening in the moment. And there will be times that we talk about mental health as a whole, or maybe we'll talk about ADHD, or maybe we'll talk about different aspects. Whatever it is, I'm here to put the word out there. Even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I'm still saying it, and you then can take what you want and contain it. What you don't agree with, you can challenge it and go with your own beliefs. That's what life's about. Um, Not every therapist is for everyone, you know. Not every topic is for everyone. When I get to something about narcissism, you might not want to watch that for nothing. When I get to something about codependency, you might not want to watch that for anything. And that's fine. That's fine. But if I say one thing to stick in your head, I want it to be this. Mental health issues are here. They're out there. They're valid. They are one in every 4 people. Like, and it might even be different now, like it's your neighbor, it's your cousin, your son, your daughter, your mom, whoever. And it's okay to be unsure of, but educate yourself. And when you talk to them, know what you're saying to them. Okay? So, we're going to wrap up that mental health overall conversation. I'm going to go into the weekend, and I'm going to paint this weekend. And I plan to get my kills done and my paint hopefully done this weekend, get my nails done this weekend. Like, I've got a great weekend planned, and I hope you guys do too. And again, if there's anything that you guys ever want to reach out to me about, please do. My email address is in the actual bio, I believe. So reach out to me there and let me know if there's something that you don't agree with. Let's talk about it. Let's challenge each other. Let me know if there's something that you want me to talk about. Let me know anything you want me to know. So please, guys, have the best weekend and enjoy. I might pop in one day this weekend, no telling. Just going to depend on how my mental health is after I'm, paint. Probably going to be challenged, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get there. And so for now, I'm just going to close and say thank you guys so much for liking and watching and sharing and subscribing. Um, it might not seem like it's much, but it means the world to me. And I hope I can continue to be here and give you information. So for now, have a great weekend and enjoy, and I'll be back. Bye, guys.